Good afternoon, all of the participants. I would like to welcome everyone here in our virtual environment of innoSTage, where I would like to show you the results of the second day of our contest. We have something a little bit more to report on our cyber battle. Those of you who have been watching us from the standoff field know what I'm going to speak about. Let me report on that. It started at 12. We started on that with the Vladimir Dmitriev's presentation, who participated in the discussion, and he shared our expertise in building our own SOC centers, and he spoke about a very thoughtful approach on acquiring protection solutions, explaining the threats and the cost entailed. The speakers were covering the challenge on how they interacted with the company, and the admin for the antivirus protection, those responsible for Active Directory, would be answering the same question: how many hosts are there in Windows, and then compare the answers, and the answers may be very different. We had that live session, and its recording is available at the standoff platform. We'll just put it on our site as well. Those of you who watched that online know about that. Those of you who didn't, please enjoy it later. We also had some experts reports. Aleksey Lobzin spoke about security at the infrastructure level. Oskar Bajakoev had a masterclass on innoSTage IRP incidents liquidation for IT and cybersecurity experts. I would like to draw special attention to Oskar's presentation. Our experts actively use this platform, innoSTage IRP, in our work. Then Ildar Habibulin spoke about the synergy of IT and cybersecurity departments, and having the interdependent service resource model. Aidar Fatihov spoke about the experience of creating the testing environment, and he spoke about how automation provides a high level of IT security and cyber security for the users. And it was our business agenda, which we completed. Now we're smoothly moving to the test site with CyberTatars and MoscowMasters opposing each other at the amusement park, at the business center, and at the traffic lights management system. We were actually limited, like I was explaining yesterday, we were limited by the tools involved, the tools used. And our task was not just to make the object safe, but to identify and reveal and detect, analyze the attacks. Also, the infrastructure has always been monitored with the legitimate processes launched on it. Let's take a look at the business risks here as a task for 29 companies. One of them was actually implemented. 2 red teams did penetrate, and we were very much interested about their activities, also doing their investigation afterwards. The hackers will, of course, justify themselves that they were dictated by good reasons, because they deleted all of the fines, information related to the fines. Now we'll speak about the protection tools, and we'll start with the protection tools which were provided by the organizers. Here you can see some protection tools, and all of them are quite familiar to you. For primary vulnerability scanning, we used Max Patrol 8. For web resources, Positive came up with the firewall application. From networking attacks for files tests, we use NAD and Sandbox, and we use CM for these scenarios deployed. What has so far happened? What's been so interesting that has happened? Well, it happened in the middle of the night, in the very horrible and black night. We couldn't really cover all of the holes with all of the tools, and we were waiting for the arrivals right next to the incidents, and they did join. We were looking at the perimeter and the web services, and those were exposed in the first place, and we monitored the hackers' attempts to expose some business risks. They deleted all of the information on the road traffic violations, fines, like I said before. And the activities of the adversaries were monitored online, but in accordance with the rules of the organizers, the report on that is not accepted before we find the traces of those who had committed that crime. And we had problem about that. There were two teams that had resulted in committing such a criminal activity. So it was kind of difficult to find whose malicious traces they really left. Currently, the report is being tested, and we are expecting the confirmation of our guesses that we were able to detect the actual source of the malicious activity. 6 incidents have been revealed so far, and we are currently trying to fix many attempts of the attacks. More than 100 attacks per minute are registered, both with automated means and manually. But like I was saying, we wouldn't want to disclose all of the information about the tools and methods we use to defend the infrastructure. We keep on defending it. The team of our guys keep on doing that, and on November 17th at 3 p.m. we will have a more detailed analysis of those 2 attacks, which turned out to be successful. This cyber battle goes on. The business agenda will continue on our session on Monday. You will be able to watch the recordings at the website. Right now, I would like to say goodbye to all of you, and please have a nice weekend. Thank you. Goodbye.